Yo, welcome back to the Triple Crown Podcast, man. We're gonna jump right into it, man. This is a hot topic right now in the NBA, especially in the NBA playoffs. On Monday night, Draymond, the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings were playing against each other in the fourth quarter, around like the 5 minute mark. Draymond Green and Domantas Sabonis got into it. What ended up happening? Sabonis ended up grabbing Draymond Green's foot, and Draymond Green ended up stomping on his chest. Come to find out, at the end result of it, Sabonis was given a technical foul, and Draymond Green was taunting the crowd. It was given a flagrant two. Last night, Tuesday night, Adam Silver and the NBA decided to suspend Draymond Green for 1 game. Man, I'm not gonna hold you. I got a lot on this, but of course, my man Rush is in the building. So let's go ahead and get this started, man. How you feeling about it?
Man, for sure, man. I don't like it at all, bro. I'll be honest. I mean, if you watch the video, Demontis Sabonis, he had fell down, and it was a flop. Klay Thompson was there boxing him out. He flopped down, right? Then he landed kind of on Draymond just a little bit, and then he grabbed Draymond's foot. Now, Demontis Sabonis is quoted saying like, "Hey, the reason that I grabbed his foot or my hands was in that area is because I was trying to protect my face." But if you look at it, right, it don't look like he trying to protect his face. It looked like he was intentionally grabbing his foot. And then Draymond proceeded to step on this man's chest. So, and it's a stomp. I saw something on Twitter where it said, if you're a Rush Hour 2 fan, it looked like Chris Tucker when he stomped on Ricky Ted's laptop. I thought that was hilarious, bro. Because it really did. He stomped on him. And a lot of players been like, oh, well, it ain't really a stomp, especially coming from the Warriors. But it's a clear stomp. It was intentional, right? But I have no problem with the technical fouls they assessed or even the flagrant, right? Because I think that's a flagrant foul. But to suspend somebody for that, right, it's a bigger issue for me. So I'll tie it back into you, and then I'll give my piece because I got a whole lot to say about it.
Yes, my first initial take, honestly, yeah, I definitely agree with the flagrant two call. Right, in a moment, I get it. But I feel like what led to his suspension was one, Adam Silver was there at the game, and two, he was just airing, just bringing the crowd on. Like he wanted all the smoke from everybody in that arena, and him not, I guess, not showing any humbleness in the moment or anything like it. I feel like the NBA decided to do it, but from a couple of past instances, Draymond Green is a repeat offender. So back in 2016, he kicked Steven Adams off the Oklahoma City Thunder in a groin area. And again in the finals in the same year, he hit LeBron in the groin area. I remember during that time frame that was a hot topic, and he was suspended in the finals. So they ended up losing. They ended up losing the finals when the Cavaliers came back from 3-1. And then last year against the Memphis Grizzlies, he ended up pulling Brandon Clark down by the jersey as well. He wasn't suspended, but he was assessed with a flagrant. Um, Once again, I get it. He's a repeat offender, but one thing I'm kind of confused about our own homeboy, Mr. Joe Dumars from the Detroit Pistons. He came out and said that since the he's a repeat offender and how he ended up stomping on him in a sense, that's why they decided to suspend him. Honestly, I disagree with the suspension, man. I really don't feel like he should have got suspended because I feel like he had no other place to land. Now, yes, I know it's kind of excessively for him like to stomp on him, but in all honesty, he had nowhere else to go. So he could have easily stepped on him no matter what. So man, I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it.
Yeah, let me give you the direct quote from Joe Dumars. And he says, here's what it came down to: the excessive and over the top actions, contract conduct detrimental, and a repeat offender. That's what separates this, where you end up with the suspension. And this is via Woj. Um, so yeah, I think the biggest piece from that quote is the repeat offender, right? Because now you're taking a person's past, which they have been suspended for and fined for and held accountable for, and now you're letting it affect the future. And this is a big game, just like the finals game was a big game, right? You're in the finals, and really that wasn't. This was worse than what transpired in the finals with LeBron. LeBron stepped over him and he just kind of like flailed his arm up to like, hey, don't step over me, right? And they suspended him for that. So the NBA is consistently suspending players during big moments, bro. Like it's crazy to me because in any other sport, this would not be a thing. I mean, we've seen Aaron Donald walk onto the field after a game and get into a scuffle with somebody, literally put their face mask on, put a helmet on, go out on the field, grab somebody's helmet intentionally, and then you don't get suspended for that. Baseball players rushing the mound, hockey players full on fighting, and we have just a stomp and that gets somebody suspended. It's absurd, bro. It's crazy because it's like, yo, what are we doing as the NBA? The league has consistently gotten softer over the years, right? And people want to see that element. No, we don't want people full on fighting during games, right? It can't be a brawl like the Malice in the Palace, right? But that chippiness, that physical factor, that's what we enjoy as fans, bro. Like back in the 80s, bro, people were swinging on each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, what point are we getting to where, you know, there's you see people getting assessed multiple technical fouls in series, and it's like they're just expressing themselves after a bad call. Like, what is the league really getting to where these type of the smallest mishap of a player in the most in something a blunder when the situation is heightened, right? It's fourth quarter, it's coming down, somebody's grabbing his foot, he trying to, hey man, get off me, right?
Yeah.
And get to the play, right? And now he's suspended for game three, the biggest game in the series. People will always agree that after being down 0-2 or even 1-1, right? That game three is the biggest game. Most the percentages show you the person that wins game three is more likely to win the series, right? On both ends. And now we got Draymond out for game three because of the league. I don't like it at all. At all.
Yeah, I mean, to your point real quick, um, you brought up saying like, the league is always suspending players in big moments. Honestly, I just feel like it's just Draymond Green, yeah. I can't really recall them suspending anyone else doing no high pressure situation other than Draymond Green. But at the same time, Draymond Green keep putting himself in these same situations. That's what I just don't understand. You're a vet in this league. Even think about it, bro. I think this is a bigger part, even with him staying with the Warriors going like after this season.
I do too.
Because um you had the same type of problem, or you had a situation at the very beginning of the year with Jordan Poole, and you can even tell Jordan Poole really don't mess with Draymond Green as well too. That's why I feel like the team chemistry hasn't really been there all year, and that they're been awful on the road. So now you have this situation. Once again, you putting your team in a bad spot, you putting yourself and the team in a bad spot, and now y'all looking to go down 3-0 against the Kings. It's like, I'm sorry, man. I can't put this past Draymond. Draymond, gotta be better, bro. Like, you gotta do better. Like, you're a vet in this league. You shouldn't be. You know this is a high pressure situation. Even in that moment, y'all was losing. And yeah, Sabonis ended up missing those two free throws, but at the same time, bro, y'all lost the game, and now you're missing game three. And now if y'all end up getting swept, people are gonna be blaming you, not Steph, not Clay, not Wiggins, nobody but you. So like, Draymond, yo, you gotta do better, man. I'm
I
sorry.
def I definitely agree with that. I think Draymond should he should know better. And I think Draymond is smart, right? But he's an emotional guy, right? And so he lets that get the best of him sometimes, especially when he's out on the floor.
Yes.
As it pertains to his future with the Warriors, I agree with you. I think that this is all playing into the narrative to either get him traded or well traded, sign and trade. Because I'm pretty sure he's due for an extension, and him and Clay are due for an extension this summer. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Um,
he has a player option coming up this summer. And of course, it's for like 30 million or something like that. He's going to pick it up. No one's going to pass out on 30 million. But come on now.
Right. So it definitely makes it easier to trade him now that he only has 1 year left on his deal. But yeah, I'll say this as it pertains to the Warriors. Like, if they get rid of Draymond, they're really gonna miss him. Draymond, he people call him a dirty player, right? But um, a lot of the dirty players that we know have been glorified through history, right? Reggie Miller was seen as a dirty player. I mean, he kicked his leg out during threes. Michael Jordan was seen as a dirty player. Larry Bird was seen as a dirty player. I mean, Kobe Bryant was known to throw elbows a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
The whole bad boy Piston was seen as a dirty team against
dirty team.
Jordans,
Right,
you
right.
know?
So, Draymond is a great basketball player despite him not being a high scoring guy. What he does for that Warriors team is very important. And that's why I want to bring back emphasis to the league because knowing this, you can't have you always want to see the best players on the court, bro. And when you don't have them on the court, it's bad enough we losing players to injury, but then to suspend players is even more extreme. It's like, all right, come on, man. We have to um, have some form of like dignity when it comes to the NBA, bro. Like
Yeah,
these leagues, these other leagues, how they operate is how the NBA should operate. It should just be a hefty fine and that's it. Hit them with a
exactly.
hefty fine, that's it.
100%.
And I'm not talking about no 75,000. No, I'm talking about nah. If you really want to throw an emphasis on this, then find them for a meal, find them for 2 mil. Right? But you need the best players on the court. That helps viewership. We now if it's a blowout, people ain't gonna watch the game because
Nope.
he affects the game that much. He gets all of those guys good looks, layups. He screens well for them. He's the battery behind that offense.
So do you think this is a bad look for the NBA or more for
Absolutely.
the NBA or for Draymond Green?
I think it's both. I think it's
Okay.
both. It's a bad look on the NBA because this is one of the best series in the first round. You got this, and then you got the Clippers and Phoenix, and that's pretty much it. Every other series they've had maybe Milwaukee and Miami, but people don't really expect that to go too far, right? So it's still go ahead.
You got Memphis and LA. That's gonna be a good series down the stretch.
Stop it. Stop it.
Wait,
We can
wait,
talk
wait,
about
wait.
that on another video. Stop it. Stop it. I know you didn't just say Memphis and LA. Boy, they after Josh stop it. I don't even want to talk about that. We're talking about Draymond Green right here. But yeah, but even players have came out and said like, yo, like a suspension, that's crazy. Like Damian Lillard came out and he said, like, bro, that's crazy. I wouldn't expect him to suspend him. Like a suspension is crazy. And he gave it like a little, you know what I'm saying? Like so I think players are aware and just what's going on, man. I think the league's gotten soft. And I'll say this piece right here. A lot of people in the media, right? When you go, you see TNT, you see ESPN, they love Adam Silver, right? I personally have not seen much from Adam Silver where I'm like, man, this guy is a great commissioner. Honestly, the
Wow.
game, the viewership has gone down, right? Especially during the regular season. Playoff time, it obviously picks up. But the regular season viewership, that's why they're trying to do this. Well, not trying now. They're doing this playing the mid-season tournament because they're trying to increase viewership. Well, which your rules that you're putting out there isn't a product of good basketball. We don't want to see players that get fouled from putting a hand on another player's hip, right? And now somebody's going to a free throw line 20 times a game, right? Or somebody jacking 43s a game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I mean, we'll see what game 3 is Thursday or Friday. If I'm not, I want to say Friday.
it is. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday.
Confirm that for our viewers. But of course, man, this is going to be a good series coming up, man. I can't wait to see it. Or game 3. Game 3 is on Thursday at 10 o'clock. We'll be on TNT, so definitely check it out. But I can't wait for it. See how they respond.
Yeah, same. Hopefully it's a good game. I know it's going to be a lot of pressure on Stephen Clay to perform, and low key Jordan Poole got to step his game up too. So, yeah, he ain't been playing well on the road, so we'll see, man. But yeah, hey, look, if y'all watching this video, go ahead, like that thing right now. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, comment if you disagree or agree with anything we said on here. And for the new viewers, make sure you subscribe, man. This is a Triple Crown podcast. We talk about Draymond Green NBA playoffs. We are